I'm Maddie, and this is the story of how I turned my skin from looking like this to looking like this. Hi, I'm Maddie, and if you clicked on this video, then you are probably considering going on Accutane or are interested in what it is like, is it worth it, what are the side effects, what's the process, stuff like that. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining my whole entire Accutane journey with monthly updates and stuff like that. So let's just get into it. First off, you might be like, wow, I still see acne on your face. What's the deal with that? That is because today is Wednesday, March 17th, and I'm going to be picking up my first month Accutane today. So I actually have not taken a single pill of it yet, but there are several things I wanted to address before I got into the monthly updates and stuff like that. There'll be timestamps in the description box if you want to just skip ahead to that part, but I do think it's important to understand my skin history and where I'm coming from, because this is just my perspective, and while I think that is important to take into consideration, it is of the utmost importance that you talk to your dermatologist about whether or not Accutane is right for you personally. So first off, I wanted to kind of talk about why I decided to go on Accutane, what my skin history is, stuff like that. I decided to go on Accutane because I have been trying to clear up my skin for years with a bunch of different products of varying success, and I just really want clear skin for my own personal confidence and for college. I hate the feeling of waking up in the morning, opening up Snapchat, and just being disgusted at my face. And I want to say that acne does not make you gross. Acne is not gross. A lot of people that have severe acne, like myself, we can't help it. Yes, we wash our face, we put on products, but it's still there. It's just something chemical with your body that you can't control. But I personally am very, I guess, self-conscious about it, and I hated the feeling of having to put on makeup to feel confident. I have never been a person that likes makeup or believes in the makeup industry's message that you have to wear makeup to feel beautiful. I hate that image so much. Slowly but surely, I was becoming that person that like wouldn't go out of the house without makeup or would always put on makeup first thing in the morning, and that's just because it made me feel more confident, and I did not like that. I wanted to feel confident without having a bunch of foundation and concealer and powder all over my face. And with me going to college this fall, meeting new people that I'm going to be friends with for at least 4 years, probably longer, I didn't exactly want to meet them with a bunch of acne all over my face. I would much rather have clear skin and feel confident in myself, because I think that goes a long way when you're trying to make new friends. So in terms of my skin history, I have been struggling with acne since middle school, which is a pretty long time, but also an average time I feel like to start having issues with acne. When the issue first came up, I just was using drugstore products from like Walgreens, CVS, and obviously they really didn't work very well. For some people that have very mild acne, that definitely works for them. All they need is a little like pink grapefruit scrub from Walgreens and they're good to go. Other people like myself, that's not the case. So I tried something else where you don't need a prescription, which is Proactive, and that did not do anything for my skin either. In fact, I think it probably made it worse. After that experience, I told my mom that I just wanted to go ahead and go to the dermatologist because I knew that they could help with acne. And going early on, I thought I would be able to end my struggles with acne a lot sooner. Definitely wasn't the case, spoiler alert, but that is what kickstarted the process of a lot of different prescriptions of varying success. So I tried topicals, antibiotics, hormone adjusters, you name it, I tried it. And I tried pretty much everything that my dermatologist could prescribe me. And some things like minocycline really did help my skin. Like, it would be pretty clear, just 1 or 2 pimples, but never 100% clear. And I was on minocycline particularly for several years, and it's not healthy to be on an antibiotic for that long. I also tried a blood pressure medication called spirolactane, which has been proven to help hormonal acne, which is what I'm convinced mine is. However, that also did not work for me. So if you're someone who has just recently started struggling with acne, I would recommend going to a dermatologist and talking about other options besides Accutane, because Accutane is definitely seen as a last resort type of thing. And if there are other options out there that are going to clear your skin, I would highly suggest trying those first, because there are less risks associated with them. The tipping point for me deciding to go on Accutane was in January. One morning I woke up after having gone to the dermatologist a couple weeks before and getting yet another new prescription to try out. I wasn't seeing any results, and my face was just in a lot of pain from all of the acne that I had on my face. And I decided then and there that I wanted to get the process kickstarted, because never before until January 2021 did my acne cause my face to be in pain. Of course, I would get a cyst every now and then. I feel like that's pretty common, but I really wouldn't consider that like painful acne. But starting in January 2021, I got consistent painful acne. Thankfully, it has cleared up a little bit, but there are still many mornings where I wake up and my face is in pain. So unfortunately, I was not able to get an appointment to start the process until February. If you're a male, it's going to be a lot easier to get your hands on the medication. If you're a female like me, there's a lot more hoops you have to jump through. So you have to go and sign all the paperwork and get one negative pregnancy test, go back 5 weeks later and get another negative pregnancy test before you are good to go. The reason for this is there are a lot of risks associated with Accutane, the main one being birth defects, so you absolutely cannot get pregnant while you're on it, which is why there are a lot more hoops to jump through if you are female. But your dermatologist will go over all of this with you before you decide whether or not to start the medication, and be sure to do your research, find out what some side effects are, if there are any that really concern you. Talk to your dermatologist about those issues. One that I was really concerned about is hair loss, because I've had my fair share of hair issues and I've worked really hard to get my hair back to its natural healthy state, and the thought of it just falling out really scared me. And my dermatologist assured me that in his like 20+ years of prescribing Accutane, he has never seen hair loss, and if it does become an issue, there are remedies for it. Also, a couple of things that I was not really aware of going into this is each month you have to log in to the government program, which is called iPledge, and take a quiz, and that shows the program that you know the risks associated with the medication and how to handle it responsibly. And this shows you as eligible to pick up your medication in their system, and you have a 1-week window to go pick it up. So like I said, today I'll be picking up my first month, and this first month I am just being eased into it, and I will only be taking 1 pill, and I believe my dosage is going to be 40, but I'm going to be doing monthly updates for sure, and also updating you guys if there's something out of the normal that happens. So yeah, I think that's all the stuff I wanted to address before we got into monthly updates results, which is what I'm sure you all clicked on the video for. So here it is. This is what the box looks like. This is the back because I have my prescription information on the front, but each one of these contains 3 packs of 10, so 30 days. So I got 2 boxes of these, and I'll show you what it looks like. So to start off, I'm on the 40 milligram dose, and you just open it up, and it's got like a bunch of prescription information in here, and then the actual pills are down here. I've been on Accutane for about a month now. I've actually done a couple days of my month 2 dosage, but I just have now found the time to film. And basically I'm going to be going over my month 1 experience as well as some products. So on month 1 I was on 40 milligrams, and all in all things went pretty well. I didn't have any like severe side effects. The most notable one for me was I had periodic back pain, but it was only like 2 to 3 times during the first month. And of course there was a good amount of dryness, but that's to be expected since that's what the medication does. I also did experience a little bit of dandruff, but that was only for a couple of days. Obviously, I need to give you guys a skin update. I am wearing makeup now, but I'll like insert a picture of what my skin looks like without makeup. I will say that this side of my face, so my right hand side, looks really clear, as does my forehead. However, this side, so my left hand side, definitely has had a little bit of a flare up towards the end of this month. And honestly, before I started Accutane, my entire face was looking like this side of my face. So the fact that we're down to just like a third of my face looking like that, I will take it as a win. But yeah, hopefully by the end of month 2, my skin will be fairly clear and I can avoid the infamous purging. In order to combat the dryness, your best friend is going to be this specific kind of Cetaphil lotion. I feel like all of the Accutane videos mention this, and it is the moisturizing cream that's in the very rich category. This will go by super fast. I use pretty much all of this within like 2 to 3 weeks. More is supposed to be on the way soon, so definitely need to restock. Then what dries out the most and the fastest is your lips. So there are debates on different types of products and what works best. I have found that standard Aquaphor works just fine for me. Some people feel the need to find a more hydrating option for their lips. I would recommend starting off with Aquaphor to see if it works for you or not. Within the first few days of Accutane, my face was flaking really badly with dry skin, so I'd recommend getting a bottle of vitamin E oil to use in situations like that. Using an oil is going to be a lot better because the moisture is more concentrated, so it's going to work so much better than a lotion. I did not bring my shampoo that I'm using to prevent dandruff in here because I'm not convinced that it's actually the shampoo itself that's stopping the dandruff, but it's just a basic generic tea tree oil shampoo. What I think really helps stop the dandruff for me is I went to washing my hair every other day, and when I do wash my hair, I now condition from the roots down instead of just the ends. I would definitely recommend experimenting with this because you don't want to make your hair oily and have dandruff, because that would be really bad. But play with it for a little bit and you will most likely find a solution that works, because like I said, I only had dandruff for a few days before the problem was resolved. One side effect that is super common with Accutane is nosebleeds, and I did not want to have nosebleeds at all. So as a preventative measure, I got some Vaseline to swab up my nose with Q-tips. Like I said, I just really didn't want to deal with nosebleeds, so I don't do this every single day, but every few days I will put a little bit up there to promote moisture, especially if you're taking this medication in the winter. This will be more critical since the air is drier. This really doesn't feel that pleasant. It makes your nose feel a little weird, but I will take it over your nosebleeds. You can also use this on your lips for dry patches, anywhere. I just think having a bottle of this around would be a good idea. Now, obviously, while you're on Accutane, you're not supposed to be using acne medications, but you still need to wash your face, use moisturizer, etc. So the moisturizer, this is a face wash. The face wash that I have been using in the morning is just this CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser, and it works pretty well because it's fairly gentle. So lastly, that brings us to moisturizer, and I really haven't found a particular one. I used up the last of my CeraVe PM, which worked well, so now I'm using this bottle of Curology that I have in my cabinet. You just want to make sure that the moisturizer is doing its job and not leaving you with flaking skin, and you want one that's not going to be super oily and compound issues that you're having in terms of acne. Those are all the products that I used, and I feel like I went over the side effects to like the extent I had them. They really weren't that bad. So like I said, I just started on my month 2 dosage a few days ago, and I'm now taking 2 pills a day, so it's doubling up to 80 milligrams, and I will definitely let you know during the next update if my side effects worsened, if there's any new products I'm using, etc. Month 2 update. So I will try and insert a clip of what my skin has been looking like, but overall I have been super pleased with how this month went. My dosage, as I believe I mentioned earlier, went up from 40 milligrams to 80 milligrams, so doubling the dose. I was definitely expecting much worse side effects than what I had, knock on some wood. So in terms of side effects that have been different this month, I have been getting some small dry patches on like my arms and legs, but nothing that isn't manageable. They would just be about the size of a dime, so not even that bad, and they would normally go away within like a couple of days if I was applying lotion still. I really didn't even notice my lips being any more chapped than they were during the first month. In terms of how my face has been with acne, it's honestly been really good. I only got maybe like a handful of new pimples this month, and I haven't gotten a new pimple in a hot minute. I will say that the hyperpigmentation that I have had on my skin really isn't going away, but I am aware that that's normally one of the last things that Accutane takes care of, so I'm not really surprised that it's not gone away yet. But I will be happy when that does start to fade away. For month 3, I'm going to be staying on the 80 milligrams. That's what I will be on for the rest of my time. My dermatologist said that everything is going according to plan, so I might be able to get away with just 4 months of Accutane, but we're gonna wait and see how it goes. But as you can tell, I'm pretty optimistic this month. Time for another update. Month 3, I was actually doing my West Coast trip, and did a telemedicine visit, so I was unable to film a little update for you all then. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about month 3. So month 3, my skin was clearing up even more. A lot of like the hyperpigmentation on my face was going away. And in terms of side effects, since summer was starting to ramp up, I definitely noticed the increased sensitivity to sun and got a few small sunburns. Nothing really too bad. It was probably just, you know, like I needed to reapply sunscreen and use a little bit of a stronger SPF. Again, since it's been a while, I don't remember too much from month 3, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about month 4, which is the month that I currently just finished. I had my appointment yesterday. So in month 4, the sun sensitivity got a lot worse. I got a super bad burn that I am still kind of peeling from, and that happened like a week and a half ago. I have found that using SPF 50 is definitely a must if you're on Accutane in the summer. I have not gotten burned when using 50 SPF, but I have definitely gotten some pretty bad burns with 30 SPF. If you can stay out of the sun altogether, I guess that's better, but I enjoy being outside in the summer and going to the pool, the river, hiking, so staying completely out of the sun is just like not an option for me. I will say that I am super happy with my skin results right now. I will insert a little close-up clip of how my skin's looking with no makeup. It's pretty much clear. Like there's still a few little discoloration patches that I like to put a little bit of makeup on, but absolutely nothing like it was in the beginning. And I am going to be doing 1 more month, so 5 months total. I was told by my dermatologist that I definitely could stop now, just like finish off the remaining pills that I have and be done after a 4-month course. But I'll be moving into college in roughly a month when I'm filming this clip, and he doesn't want me to get off to college and immediately start having problems, only having been off the medicine for like a couple of weeks. So I am going to be doing a 5th month just to making sure that I'm in the best position possible to not have to go back on Accutane in the future. There's not too much more for me to update you all on. There haven't really been any big changes in my skin or the side effects, with the exception of the sun sensitivity, which I talked about. So I will see you all at the end of month 5 when I am officially done. This video has been in the works for like close to 1.5 years at this point, and I never filmed a wrap up to the video because I was in college when I finished Accutane. So I believe I took my last dose of Accutane in early September, and then it stays in your system for like a month after, so you do have to go back and do a follow-up appointment. I may or may not have done that. Shh. But anyways, that means Accutane has been fully out of my system since about early October, so about 8 months of it being completely out of my system. And I wanted to talk to you all about like my results, my thoughts on the whole process, and answering the big question, is it worth it? Since stopping Accutane, I have gotten an occasional pimple. You can kind of see the remnants of one that I had down here, but it is just one every once in a while, which I'm completely okay with. You saw how my skin looked in the beginning and how it looks now, and I couldn't be happier with the results. For most people, you probably aren't even going to get the one pimple every now and then. You'll be completely acne free, which is amazing. I knew going into this that there was a high chance that I would either end up with this result or even worse, like I never did Accutane, because mine was hormonal acne. But I am personally really happy with the results, and now I just do like normal skin maintenance. I'm still using that CeraVe face wash that I mentioned to you all in the video, and CeraVe moisturizer and stuff, and it works perfectly for my skin. So in my opinion, yes, going on Accutane is well worth it. I think one of the reasons that I have such a strong opinion on it being worth it is I did not experience too many of the bad side effects that a lot of people experienced, and I am very, very thankful for that. I know a lot of people, even if it's not like physical with like super dry skin, bad back pain, hair loss, or something like that, there are really bad mental side effects too, causing like heightened depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. So please, please, please do your research, talk with your dermatologist, make the decision that's right for you. Like I said, I am super happy with it and very thankful that I did it, and honestly wish that I had done it sooner. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that it was really helpful if you are considering going on Accutane or just trying to learn more about what it is like. And as always, be sure to give the video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button along with the notification bell, so that way you can be notified every single time I upload a new video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrixels and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.